van een film Bowfinger waar Steve Martin weer in meedoet. Verder heeft hij In and Out, The Dark Crystal en alle Muppet-movies gemaakt. Dus dat moet grappig zijn, toch?
Nou, look at the bright side. Saaier dan met Steve Martin kan het niet worden.
Eddie Zoe.
I heard you even spoke a bit of Flemish.
Why are you dressing like this when I know you really look like that?
That's
you
a
don't
good
dress
one.
like this every day.
That's a very good one.
You're just doing this for Deauville, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing this for Deauville. I just had to shave my head for Deauville as well.
You wear t-shirts
I wear t-shirts,
and
jeans.
jeans. I know that.
This is for focus. I'm ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Mr. Frank Oz.
What is it?
What?
I thought I'd start.
Oh, you start
I
instead
start
of me.
I start like a big-time Hollywood director who's annoyed. What do you want?
I'm sorry, Mr.
I've done
Oz.
enough of these interviews. Okay, what do you want?
Okay, Mr. Frank Oz,
Hi.
pleasure to meet you. My
How you
name's
doing?
Eddie Zoe, the Royal Dutchman.
Hey, Eddie.
What I really wonder about directors is how many times do you see a movie before it's finished?
Dozens and dozens and dozens of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a way that you can keep a distance, because it must
That's
be
the
really...
hard part. That's the
Yeah.
hard part. You know, keep in perspective.
Mhm.
And that's why after a movie's finished, after I work on it for 6 months or so, some directors go away to edit. I edit for maybe 2 weeks
Yeah.
and get it to an audience right away.
This interview is getting way too serious. Am I right?
Do you want to strip?
Yeah, strip. All right, let's do it.
No, I said I'd follow you up to a point.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was working with Steve Martin again. You've joined with him on previous movies,
Yeah.
the Horror Shop movie,
Yeah.
also on Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah.
Why Steve Martin?
Well, we have a sexual relationship.
Ah, okay, well, this is the stuff I want to hear. Please
And,
aim at the camera and tell about the sexual relationship. It's
And we have...
always does it very well in Holland.
And Steve and I are very, very close. And when whenever there's a tight shot of Steve, close up, usually he'll have his hand off camera and I hold his hand.
Mm-hmm. So that
That's usually what
explains a lot of the weird faces
Mhm.
and things that are going on
Yeah.
underneath.
That's
the camera.
mainly the reason Steve and I are together, because of it's a long. It started in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
We had a little romantic thing going on, and
Mhm.
it just continued.
Now who's playing the part of male and who's playing the part of female? Because that's always
We're both female.
both are. Okay. Brilliant. This is inside
We
information.
dress male.
This is- yeah.
We dress male, but we both are inside female.
I thought I'd recognize it with Steve because I tried in his interview to
Mhm.
do, to get
Also-
closer, but really didn't work.
Mhm. Well, that's because he understands the importance of our relationship.
Yeah. He's more the quiet guy. He tries to. He's not admitting it in the open.
Well, no, of course not. He has
No.
to protect his career. I, as a director, am not on camera. I can admit that he and Brian and I are extremely sexually active
Yeah.
whenever we do a film.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely.
How
And I
about
mean extremely.
extremely? Okay. Well, how about conning? This movie is about Bowfinger. It's about conmen.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize conmen right away.
I don't recognize Common, no.
But you have visual. You make a certain kind of person of it. The ponytail.
Yeah, but that's
play
Steve,
jacket.
that's Steve's writing.
Yeah.
You know, I think that Steve has probably seen people like this.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, now with the whole sexual aspect that I've talked about, no one knows if I'm serious or not here about Steve, right?
But it's really,
They don't
really
know if
on
I'm
your
serious.
mind. The sex.
They
thing
don't know
is-
if they're serious, if I'm serious about the sex, or if I'm serious about Steve and writing the comment. Now
I'll
we're in trouble.
tell you one thing. The Dutch people are very, very clever. They know.
Do they?
I think so. Yeah. The
So-
sex is real. The other stuff is bogus.
They know that sex is real,
Yeah, yeah.
and they know the rest of the interview is
It's
bogus.
bogus. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Thanks.
Easy?
Thanks very much.
Okay, and when you talk to Steve,
Yeah.
I know he will deny it. But-
Okay. Well,
But you understand.
Mr.
Pleasure.
Ross?
Pleasure.
thank you.
Thank you.